What's up, America? It's your girl bringing you some news you can use. We are live at Intellectual Radio. Look, y'all, I'm in a new spot. I'm moving on up like the Jeffersons. I got my coffee. I got my phone, little thing to hold my phone in. I'm looking out. Well, it's not downtown, but I'm looking out in the burbs, in the downtown burbs of intellectualradio.com. We have a great show for you today. I came in the building with my stepping music, you all. We all should be thankful just to see another day. It's so much going on around the world, like literally, and it's not over with. Every day is a new day. So many things are going on, and we have to be mindful of it. We don't want to dwell on it, but we have to be mindful of what's going on around our surroundings. Today, we want to discuss some powerful information for business owners, including myself, so we can make 2021, we can supercharge this year. Nothing but success and growth for all businesses around the world. So please do me a favor and share the broadcast. Invite a friend, invite an enemy, invite your baby daddy, invite your neighbor. You know how we rolling up in here. Today, we're going to talk about how to build up our brand. We know there's a pandemic. We know that they have a vaccine. Some of you all have taken it and you're still alive and you still look the same. Some of you all have not taken it, including myself. I'm going to wait till they get all the kinks out, and then, I may revisit it at a later date. Today's intro show, and we're going to talk about what would you do for Tip Thursday. What would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you do if you were not afraid? Today's show is sponsored by no other than Krispy Kreme. Their mission is to make the most awesome donuts on the planet every single day. And I think they have done that. They are very addictive. Every time I come past the one in Hillside, they have a line around the corner. They have a couple of locations, hopefully one near you, 110 South Manheim Road in Hillside, Illinois, 17815 South Hawson Street in Homewood, 9150 Southwestern Avenue in Evergreen Park, and Block 37, which is at 108 North State Street. And guess what? It's game time. We have the phrase that pays. So we're going to give you the number to call in to the studio, and you have to repeat the phrase verbatim, word for word. And if you do, this is what you will have the opportunity to win. One of these amazing Walmart gift cards, compliments of Walmart. And I would love to give one away, right? And then I have my anniversary show coming up on January 20th. It will be on a different day. I think that's a Wednesday evening. It's at 8 p.m. And I would love for you to join me and all of my co-hosts that I've had here at Intellectual Radio on Making Waves with Miss Darcy. We're going to do it in the evening because ain't no telling what's going to go down and what kind of conversation we are going to have. So I will send you a special invite, and you can definitely join us and ask any of the hosts any questions that you would like to ask. It's going to be a great fun. And I have a super surprise for people who invite the most guests to my anniversary show. We're going to play a game live, and you get a chance to win cash, prizes, and gifts. It's going to be a barrel of fun. So before we get started, let me give you the phrase that, I'll give you the phrase that pays in a little while, but we're going to have a great show for you. And so if today is your birthday, happy birthday from Making Waves with Miss Darcy and crew. Smiles and laughter, joy and cheer, new happiness that stays throughout this entire year. I hope your birthday brings you all of these and more, filling life with surprises and joy galore. Happy birthday from Making Waves with Miss Darcy and crew. We're going to take a pause. We're going to come back. I have my quote to join the show. And then we're going to talk about branding on a budget, to build your brand on a small budget, because we are in a pandemic and a lot of people's finances are not where they want them to be. And so we're going to offer some tips. Some I have used, some I plan on using. And so I'm looking forward to having a great intellectual radio dialogue with you today. Remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. If it doesn't challenge you, it definitely will not change you. You're tuned in to intellectualradio.com, which is an iHeartradio station, and I can guarantee you this hour is definitely going to feed your brain. Back in a moment, so don't go anywhere. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I don't hear my music. So, hold on. I don't hear my music. Hold on for a second. I think I turned the volume down, you guys, by mistake. Let's see. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Tina Olivia Pate. Listen to Make Me Wait with Miss Darcy on IR and iHeartradio station. Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darcy.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to intellectualradio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darcy.
Are bill collectors calling you? Are you afraid to answer the phone? Afraid of lawsuits, garnishments, losing your apartment, house, or car? Then call us for your debt relief options. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 7 or 13 can relieve the debt pressure. Call us now for a free phone mini consultation or log on to infotapes.com. We're the law firm you trust to get you out of debt. 1-800-401-4010.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin, and it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
I use Project Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
American Express for travel and entertainment worldwide.
Just show them this, the American Express.
No, they won't run out of it, but someday I may even use it on the move. It's a box. Oh, so you're gonna play traveler's checks. Oh, it's hard. You don't know where it's from.
American Express's timeless safety and security are available on Apple Pay. The next evolution of membership is here.
Welcome back. If you're just tuned in to intellectualradio.com, I am the host of Making Waves with Miss Darcy. We broadcast live right here every Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Now, I do want to tell you, and I think I have it, D. Flat Tommy Water has just landed its first contract with the clinic in Evanston. Oh, it's sitting on the table. Lord Jesus. Help me. I ain't had my caffeine yet. It's sitting right here in front of me, you all. So D. Flat Tommy Water will be at a clinic in Evanston. I'll be dropping off their first 30 cases of water tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I am super excited. And stay tuned. I can't wait. I'm going to take a photo of us taking it out and taking it into the stores. So into the clinic. So yes, they'll be our new client. First new client for 2021, and I'm very excited about that. What are you excited about? What's going on with your brand as you're building your brand? Anything exciting? Are you doing something different this year? Remember, if you're doing the same thing and getting the same results, you have to step out of your comfort zone and do something different. Whatever that may be, I'm telling you, I'm at a point, I'm listening to other entrepreneurs, what they're doing, and I'm saying, oh no, I'm not going to do that. Darcy's not going to do that. But if it's working for them, it's definitely worth a try for us. Of course, we have to find out what works for us. There are so many outlets now that we have that we can use. Periscope was one of my favorites because they were international, but they are leaving the end of March. Periscope will no longer be a platform. So you have to find other ways, and you have to find a way to transition right now. We have Chicago Public Schools are back in the building. If they don't come back, they could lose their job or not get paid. How would you feel if that was your career and you were put where you had to make a decision that would affect your entire household, but also your health and your family's health? If you are in the health industry, I've heard that some people who are in the health industry or essential workers are required to take the vaccine. If that was you, would you take the vaccine? This would test your faith. Would you do it? Or, what would you do if that was you? Please chime in. Please join the conversation. But right now, we're going to get right into our hot topic today. How do you brand your business? Well, the first thing you want to do, you see all these large companies, right? They may or may not have a huge budget. They have a lot of clients. They spend money and they got billboards, they have advertising. But me and you, as maybe a small business owner, you may not have that kind of money to take a chance on because you don't know what the results are going to be. So many people don't understand what branding is. They confuse it with advertising or marketing. Advertising and marketing are directly linked to explaining about your product, but branding goes a little bit deeper than marketing. Branding talks about your mission, why you're doing it, the goals. It's a solution to the problem, your core values, your reason of why. It's like telling your story for your product, service, or brand. What is the reason that you started this business, right? What is the uniqueness that separates you from all the other competition, right? Take D-Flat Tommy Water, for example. There are a lot of businesses that have water. There's all types of water. If you go into the store, they have several types of just regular water, seasoned water, flavored water. So you have to either keep up or you're going to get run over. You can't stay in the same place. And so I'll be announcing some new flavors for D-Flat Tommy Water come the spring. We'll have some just for the spring, some just for the summer, some just for the fall, and some just for the winter. So that is in the works right now. So stay tuned for that announcement. And we're also talking about changing the design. So we have a lot of stuff going on right now. But what makes D-Flat Tommy Water, makes somebody want to go in the store and you see a whole roll of water? What makes your brand stand out more? If you have t-shirts or if you're selling whatever you're selling, whatever that product is, what makes me want to come and spend my money with you? What's your story? Maybe it was a reason why you developed this, or why you're the creator, or why you're the inventor. If you were that person, what makes you stand out to make somebody say, I want to invest in you and I want to spend money with you? Branding is an art. So that is something that you have to learn. You have to be excited. You have to have a passion for your product, service, and brand. If you do not, what would make other individuals want to spend their money on you if you are not excited, or you cannot explain what your product would do for them and how it will be a solution for and why they need your product? So it's a little bit harder than marketing and advertising. You can get a flyer, a banner, a bumper sticker, business cards, logos, brochures, and it would explain everything. But branding is just, you have to go the distance. And I'm giving an example. Companies such as McDonald's, Coca-Cola, right? They barely mention specific products, right? They tend to let you know why you need it. They're the best and what it's going to do, right? They even have flavored Coca-Cola. McDonald's have their same menu. Every now and then they'll come out with a new food or a new drink, but their main menu is here to stay. And those who like it will go to McDonald's. Those who prefer Burger King will go to Burger King. Those who prefer Wendy's or White Castle, they'll go there. So here are some lessons that I've learned in the industry over the years. The first thing I learned and I love, which is what I adore doing, is running my mouth, but networking. I love that you can come around like-minded individuals at any type of setting. I used to go to Denny's. I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I used to go to Starbucks, to different locations on different days. And guess what? There will be tons of people in there with their phones, their tablets, or their laptops, and they are looking to network with you. I've met a lot of new customers and clients, existing customers and clients. Some have returned since the pandemic. And so you build relationships with individuals. It's not just about handing out a business card or a brochure and say, hi, my name is Darcy, call me. You know, they have to like you within the first 1 minute of that conversation. And when you conversate, what I had to learn is not about me, it's about them. What do they do and how can I help them excel in what they do? Whether it's referring a customer, whether it's sharing the information on my platform, whether it's taking some of their business cards or brochures and handing it out. So once they see that you care, that will stimulate or build that relationship. And we have to learn that, which I had to learn. So it's not just about handing out business cards and just attending events. I had got to master networking. I would be there early so I can get all the people as they come in, greet them with a smile, and listen to them for 30 or 60 seconds and then move on to the next person. By the time the networking event was ready to start, I have met just about everybody in there. And within 24 to 48 hours, I have sent them a welcome. It was a pleasure meeting you. It was something about your hair, your earrings, your glasses, your shoes. You know, I love clothes. So it could be shoes, purse, hat, scarf, gloves. I just love clothes. So pray for me because I really need to work on that for 2021. But it was, you know, it could be a man's tie or his hat or his shoes, or maybe a man's walk. Maybe he come in the room like Barack Obama and had that swag. It was something about that individual. I would write on their card, on their brochure, whatever they would give me, or I would make a note. I would have a little small notebook and I would make a note before I went to the next person. So when they got my email, it would say, hello, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'm Darcy from Creative Choices, or Darcy from Making Waves with Miss Darcy, or Darcy from D Flat Tommy Water. I just want to first and foremost say, girl, your hair was the bomb, or you was wearing those earrings and those boots were the bomb. Or if it was a gentleman, it was a pleasure meeting you. Your handshake was like a strong, energetic handshake, or your smile, things like that. And then they'd be like, oh, wow, you remember that out of all the people here? So you have to take an interest. Networking is an art, and your networking determines your net worth. Because if you know how to network, then your product is going to move. The next thing you want to do is you want to use social media to build your brand. Now, they kind of changed the dynamics on us a little bit on some of these social media platforms with the algorithms. But we have to learn. That's where I'm saying we have to step out of our comfort zone, because we all got comfortable. But we have to find a new way, because this organic campaign now, the algorithm has changed on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. And so they may not be the best for our branding tactics, maybe for marketing and advertising. So we want to find other platforms or other unique ways we could be, use different tips to boost our audience or to boost our product, service, or brand. We can invite others to help share on their platform, right? So we have to be very unique, and we also have to stand out. If you are a restaurant that serves healthy produce, you want to talk about health benefits and why they should shop at your store or your restaurant. If somebody is into weight loss, those are the individuals that D Flat Tommy Water want to network. People who are fitness fanatics, or people who, they counting calories. They walking every day. They working out for an hour and a half, and I'm praying for them, because when I get 30 minutes in, I'm about to pass out. So they are diligent, and they are determined, and they are disciplined. That's who you want to network. That's who you want to bump elbows with. Your content is very important. I have been working on my content strategically to make sure that if it was me and I saw it on someone else's page, would I be intrigued? Your content, you can't just go all nilly-willy posting anything on your pages. You just can't go say, yo, what up? You can't go, and you a business owner and you have a product, service, or brand. You have to have some form of professionalism. I look at some of the stuff that people post and I say, oh my God, what were they thinking? And they have a product, service, or brand. You know, you have to be professional if you want professional and repeat customers. I don't just want a customer for D-Flat Tummy one time. I want repeat customers. And once they lose the weight or get where they want to get and get fit and trimmed and fit and fantabulous, then I want them to be able to share it to other individuals. And so if you just looking for one sale or one customer or one order, hi, bye. I'm going to need repeat. I need repeat. I need PPA, product producing activities, on a daily basis. I want to wake up in the morning and check my business account and see that I have orders that are sitting there like I did on Sunday night. Yes, I had 7 customers on Sunday that paid for D-Flat Tummy water, and they got it this week. The last customer will get theirs tomorrow morning before noon. What I'm saying to you, who doesn't want to wake up and have money sitting in their account because they set up their content properly? Well, you say, Darcy, how do you set up content properly? There is no right or wrong, but you just want to remain positive. You want to be professional. You want to make sure your content, if someone sent it to you to obtain you as a potential new customer or client, would that interest you? And so you have to be very strategic. Your wording, what you say, and how you deliver the message in words, whether it's in words or audio, video, whatever. Next, you want to, this is something I started working on in November of last year. I got it from my mentor, and that's monitor reviews. Testimonies and reviews are 2 different things, and I had to learn that. A review is what other people say about your product, service, or brand, right? What they say about your product, service, or brand, why that's essential to your brand. I have learned to use Yelp, Google Business. I haven't used Angie's List yet, but I'm working my way through that. When it comes to your reputation, your principles, you want to make sure you're not getting complaints or bad reviews. And if you do, you want to, with a quickness, remedy that situation. A review could be, say, okay, I tried D-Flat Tummy water. It was good. It did what it said. Okay, that's a review. So now we're going to ease on down the road to testimonials. Testimonials will take you from here to here. It's a plateau. Placing testimonies on someone's website or Google or Yelp or maybe even Angie's List. I haven't used Angie's List, so I don't want to speak on it because I haven't used it. It could be the plateau. And let me give you an example. I got my car washed with Made You Look. His name is Daryl. He's the owner. I can't remember. Wallace, I think is his last name. Don't quote me, but I know his first name is Daryl. You can find him on Facebook. And so he comes to wherever you are to clean your car inside and out. And he cleaned my car last year. I want to say October. He came to my house to clean my car. And so while he was cleaning, I came outside, did a couple of videos of what it looked like before and what it looked like after. Can I tell you that Google sent me a report? And it's probably been about 5 or 6 months now later. He has gotten 10,000 likes from my posting what he did for my car. 10,000. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God. So I sent it to him and he was in shock too. Now this happened in October, November. I'm going to post it. So that was a testimony. That wasn't a review. That was a testimony so they could see what happened. And so what I have started to do is show me making D-Flat Tummy water. The bottle is empty. Showing me put in the ingredient, right? And churn it. And then put the label on it. And then cap it off with the top, right? How cool is that? And so I'm going to be showing those videos soon. But what I've learned that when you do that, people take a more interest in what's going on behind the scenes. Now, don't go get all nilly-willy and make a video of you working out and you got clothes everywhere. You got food. You got a sink full of dishes and you cooking and your stove got crust on it. Ain't nobody going to be watching that. They're going to turn it off with the quickness. I know I would. So make sure that your background is sufficient. Make sure it's neat and clean. Matter of fact, make sure you are on point before you do a live. People just do Facebook lives and their room is dirty. They got clothes everywhere. Their hair's a mess. Now, I'm not saying you got to look like you walked out of a magazine, but at least be neat. You want to be decent and in order. Decent and in order. If someone was doing a cooking show and you saw what was going on in the restaurant in the back, and that was a restaurant that you frequent, and you saw that it was nasty and they had nets, you would not continue to eat at that establishment. I know you wouldn't, because I wouldn't. So watch your surroundings. Make sure it's of a positive nature. Make sure that it's of a clean nature. And so testimonials are different from reviews. So make sure that a person can go on your site, or they can send you a testimony, but you want them to send the testimony. You want the testimony to be relevant. You want it to reach other potential customers or clients. And so I am working on Google Business for D-Flat Tommy Water with live customers, with audio customers, with before and after pictures for D-Flat Tommy Water. So stay tuned for that. You know, everybody has to get better at being better, and I'm a work in progress. We have to do things differently. Not saying don't do any of the things you were doing, but because we're in a pandemic, we have to do things differently because we're not able to be face to face all the time with individuals. But at the end of the day, the bill's gonna come. The light bill, the gas bill, the water bill, the cable bill, the phone bill, the insurance bill, the growth, that ain't gonna stop. That's going on whether a pandemic is here, whether Trump is your president or not. The bills are going to come. Ain't nothing you can do about that. So reach out to your customers, your existing customers, your previous customers, your potential customers, and ask them to go on. If you're not on Yelp, if you're not on Google Business, get on there right now. I challenge you to get on there today and ask those individuals for a testimonial, not a review, a testimonial. Have them come on there and say, look, I tried D-Flat Tommy Water. I had tried all these other sources and it didn't work. I tried them for 30 days or 60 days and I lost 2 inches and 4 pounds. And so that was the start for me. And I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to see what happens. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to go drop 50 pounds in 30 days. So if you're thinking that's what's going to happen, then D-Flat Tommy Water is not for you. It didn't take you 30 days to gain 60 pounds. At least I hope not. So we want to be realistic. We want the reviews to be realistic, but to be honest and open with it. If you tried it and you thought the taste was like unbearable, but it got the job done, I want to hear that too. So, you know, let's work on helping each other. If you have a product, service, or brand that you would like for D-Flat Tommy Water or Darcy to try, please inbox me. I'll be more than happy to try it. If it's something that I'm interested in, I'll be more than happy. Then another thing that I'm going to start, I have not did, and I'm researching it, is recruiting influencers. There are influencers that are, if they like your product, you can get them to represent your business on your image and your credibility. Now, of course, it's not going to be free. So if you don't want to build your brand and you just only want to build your brand with free workshops and free seminars, then that might not be for you. But some individuals, you have to invest in your product, service, or brand. If you don't invest in you or your product, service, or brand, how do you expect for me or anyone else to do the same? So you can start at a modest level, whatever your budget allows. I don't know what that would be. They have micro influencers. They have recruit influencers. You got to know the difference, do your homework, and be diligent in doing your homework to see if that's even feasible for you. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm just giving you some suggestions on how to build your brand. You also want to make sure your brand is targeting the right audience. D-Flat Tommy Water, people who have tried different things to lose weight and it didn't work, because I was one of those individuals. So they might be willing to try it. And I let you try D-Flat Tommy Water before you even purchase it. So you get to try 3 bottles and see if it works for you. And it may be a good fit and it may not. And it's okay, because it just means that D-Flat Tommy Water is not for you. But I know that if you try it, it will be a good fit. So you have to believe in your product too. Give them the reason why it will work, right? And then make sure that you're targeting the right people for your product on a low, no interest budget. Now, we're going to take a pause. We're still talking about how to brand your business. Take a pause. I shouldn't have said I done said it twice. But we're going to come back and we're going to continue our discussion. And then we're going to go right into, we're going to finish up with building your brand. But then we're going to go right into what would you do if you were not afraid? You have to think about that. You have to say that to yourself in your mind. What would you do if you were not afraid? If you knew you could not fail, what would you do? And then I'm going to give you the phrase that pays. Matter of fact, let me give you the phrase that pays now so you can call in, win a gift card. It's all good. And then we're going to continue on with building your brand. And that building your brand is different from marketing and advertising. That's the most important thing I want you to get out of this conversation if you get nothing else. So the phrase that pays today is your life skills is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring. Again, the phrase that pays is your life skills is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring. You want to call Intellectual Radio at 708-223-8953. Again, that's 708-223-8953. Please share the broadcast, and we'll be back in a moment.
Good morning, medium hot coffee, cream to sugar, medium hot coffee, cream to sugar, sound good.
At Dunkin', we make your coffee just the way you like it. If not, we'll make it again on the spot. That's the DD commitment America runs on Dunkin'.
Good morning, medium hot coffee, cream to sugar, medium hot coffee, cream to sugar, sound good.
At Dunkin', we make your coffee just the way you like it. If not, we'll make it again on the spot. That's the DD commitment America runs on Dunkin'.
8 here, 3 at the other station. So 11 in radio, 8 here.
To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you.
I'm trying to get Elliot to come on, so he might be on. Wow.
Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel
What's the 7?
all the things you want. Make it happen today.
Well, how many years Intellectual Radio been?
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Candid Plus is dermatologists developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin, and it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773.
How long Intellectual been here? 10 years?
System plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
Oh, wow.
You on here too? Every day.
I know, because I came on because of Rhea. How long Rhea been in Intellectual Radio? How long Intellectual Radio been here?
I thought it was 9, but it looks like it's right here. Says some stuff.
Your
pin is up there too.
I know I came a year. Rhea came on the first year, and I came the year after Rhea. She was going into her 2nd year. Roman was here too. Everybody was the Dave. Oh, sure was.
Yeah, they.
Oh, wow.
Let's pay for the wrong.
I don't know, Earl. That's something. You got to know. It all depends on when you started. You don't remember when you started, do you? That's my son, Wanda. Okay, y'all, I'm ready to go back. Welcome back to intellectualradio.com. It's an iHeartRadio station. If you have not been a guest on Intellectual Radio, contact one of the hosts. I'm sure they would love to have you here at Intellectual Radio. We have an array of topics, and I'm sure one topic would definitely fit what you want to discuss here at Intellectual Radio. I've been here at Intellectual Radio for some years, and I have watched Intellectual Radio grow, and I am amazed at the guests and the hosts that have entered and been in the building at Intellectual Radio. So I'm proud of Intellectual Radio. All of the hosts and co-hosts I have met and some of them I kept a relationship with, ones who have left, and we've always got new shows here at Intellectual Radio. So if you have not been a guest at Intellectual Radio and you have not heard about Intellectual Radio, you need to start networking like right this second. So we're going to go right back into our topic. We're talking about building a brand, and we're also talking about what would you do if you were not afraid. The next thing you want to do is get a great logo. Make sure your logo is powerful. Make sure your logo reflects your product, service, or brand. It is the face of your business, and it's very essential. Make sure that people, when they see that logo, they think of you. Make sure it's a recognizable logo. Make sure that it's not something they got to try to figure out. If they have to try to figure it out, that's a problem. When people see a red logo for Target, the golden arches for McDonald's, they automatically connect their logo to their business name. Logos should represent your product, service, or brand. You can create one. They have free sites where you can get low cost designs. You can make your own. Please make sure, because that's the image that you want to represent. Also, collaboration. I spoke about networking. You want to collaborate with like-minded individuals. Take Louis Vuitton, for example. They cater products to older age market. Although they have been around for years, they continue to build their branding skills, right? So you want to be in beast mode in 2021. You can't afford not to, right? If people don't like that you're posting about your product, service, or brand on your page, then they can always leave. But that's your page to promote your product, service, or brand. Right? You want to make sure that you are current on marketing and on advertising for your product, service, and brand. Make sure you're sharing your vision. Make sure individuals, new and potential customers, can see your passion in your product, service, or brand. Make sure they can see the benefits of why they need it. Make sure that all of your content is positive and sustaining. Share your ideas, share your products, share your promotion, talk to people. Because networking and collaboration is free. It doesn't cost you anything to shake. Well, you can't really, I don't know if you really want to shake. Well, you can't shake someone's hand right now. Just be careful. Make sure you have your mask on and you're practicing social distance. The next thing you want to do, which I used to do back in the day, is email marketing. You know, if you have a blog, you can send out your products, your promos, your customer appreciation, things like that. You can have a link that with e-marketing and go straight to your website. You can create lists from there. There are so many things you can do with social media, with email marketing. You can also become a speaker in your industry. You know, I took Toastmasters. I think they're still around, Toastmasters. You know, you don't have to share everything. You don't have to share all of your secrets, but you can share why you created your brand, why you created your product. Make it iconic. Let them know what the reason behind by sharing your story. Because guess what? Nobody can share your story better than you. You can do TED Talks. You can do videos. You can go live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Periscope. But when you go live on these platforms, make sure that you're representing in a positive manner that includes your looks at least. Make sure your surroundings or your background, make sure you have proper lighting, you know, so that people want to follow you. You don't want people to idolize you, but you want them to follow you, look to you for advice, check out your page on tips. You know, like today is Tip Thursday. Now the other day was Tip Tuesday. So you want to provide great content. You know, we're in a world right now where a lot of people are hurting. There's a lot of mental illness. There's a lot of depression because of the economic situation. So we want to be able to post and send out things that are positive to like-minded individuals to encourage. You can publish an ebook about your topic. You can publish an ebook about your brand, your service. You know, that will allow other individuals who can't follow you, or maybe they're not on Facebook, but they could get your information, learn from it, use the resource at a very low cost, and help them to build their brand. You can also host events, which a lot of individuals are great at hosting events for nonprofits, for-profits. Ask customers to come out, you know, offer them some water or some punch, some chips or some veggies, a veggie tray, fruit tray. You know, now we have to be careful because of the pandemic. You have to limit it to under 10. Some people are saying limit it to under 5. I just said be careful and do a Zoom or a WebEx or find another platform. A lot of the face-to-face with a bunch of people, you have to be very careful. Make sure everyone in that facility is wearing their mask and practicing social distancing. I want to conclude on building your brand by saying we know it can be stressful. It's stressful for me sometimes, but it is a rewarding journey. It's something that you know, and that's something that you could talk about and speak about from your heart. And your audience will know that you're speaking from your heart. You want to engage with good content regarding your brand. And you want to make sure that your brand, you're creating positive brand, and that it's something that's beneficial and it serves a need. You want to make sure of that. I don't know who's calling me, but I just let them go. Right? So call in for the phrase that pays. I gave that to you. And remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So now, what would you do if you were not afraid? What would you do? What would you do at this moment if fear did not stop you? Ooh, a lot of stuff. I'm afraid of dogs and puppies. And I keep saying there is going to be a day that I'm not going to be fearful. That day has not come yet. I'm working on that. I got bit as a child, and it just was traumatic for me. And I think it's important for all of us to ask that question from time to time. This is not like a decisive life choice here. Fear affects all of us every single day, whatever it is. And sometimes fear can prevent us from living our best life. Everyone knows that fear can startle you. Fear can stop you. It can keep you from living. It can keep you from doing everything that you want to do in life. So I am challenging you today. Don't let fear stand in the way of you being the best you that you can be. Because fear it makes you not want to step out of your element. Fear is something that makes you be afraid to try different things. Fear will make you be afraid to try a different product or a different juice or a different water or some food that someone may make. Fear can just like keep you from just living. And then you look up and your life is gone. So I challenge each and every one of you all right now to work at getting better, at being better. And don't let fear stop you. If you have a dream that you want to do, that you want to pursue, and you wake up thinking about it 24/7, and you're talking about it day in and day out to your family and to your friends, but then you get by yourself and you say, oh, I can't do it. I'm here to tell you, you can do it. I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. So right now, say, if you want to be a fitness instructor, go be a fitness instructor. If you want to be a dancer and go dance with Janet Jackson, then you got to train to dance with Janet Jackson, but you got to be fit. If fit don't always mean small, but you do have to be fit and healthy so that you can work your way up to being able to perform with the celebrity. If you want to be in film, then you need to take some acting classes. If you want to be a podiatrist, then you got to learn about the anatomy of the foot, and you got to take some class. You got to get certification. You want to be a business coach or a life coach. Some people say you need to be certified. For life, I just think you need to be living it and, take a couple of classes or courses and get a certificate. But life doesn't come with rules and regulations. Now, if you want to be an expert, then that's a different thing. If you want to be a radio personality, you want to start a podcast, Google, YouTube, Bing it, and learn how to become that. Find someone podcast that you enjoy or radio show that you enjoy. Ask them, can you shadow them? Now, they may not let you shadow them for free, but you can work that out. Learn how to barter. Barter is not always about money. It's about what you can do for me and I in turn can do for you. Don't be afraid to ask the people that you spend money on every single month to live to support your product, service, or brand. Let me give you an example. My insurance agent for my car. It took me a while, but 3 years ago, I went to him and said, my policy is almost up. I think I had another month or two. And I said, I need you to support Making Waves with Miss Darcy. Right? And he was like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, okay, I'm serious. So if you don't want to support me and I've been supporting you all these years, then I'm going to have to find another agent. And before that 60 days was up, he supported my show. And so I was afraid to ask him to do that. But why should I be afraid? Because we've all been told no before. Some of us been told no more than others. But no is not, doesn't mean no. Sometimes no can mean just not right now. So I challenge you, ladies, if you get your hair done, your nails done, ask them to support your business. It doesn't have to be on a regular basis, but it could be a one-time donation. Or if they want to donate $10 or $15 or $25 a month to your product, service, and brand, there's nothing wrong with that. Especially if you've been supporting them and you like what they do, right? I'm just telling you a lot like it really is. I've asked a gas station to support Making Waves with Miss Darcy because I get my gas at Sam's Club, and Sam's Club comes with a membership. They told me not right now to check back with them, and I kept on. Finally, I got my membership for free, and I got a $200 donation for my show from Sam's Club. So I thank you for that. So we have to step out of our comfort zone to do the unknown. And people always say, oh, that's not going to happen, or that won't happen. It may not happen as quickly as we want it to. But we have to believe in it. We have to be dedicated, determined, and disciplined. And we have to be pleasantly persistent, because I am pleasantly persistent. And so sometimes we have not because we ask not. So don't be afraid. So whatever it is that you could do right now that you were not afraid. If you want to learn how to drive and you don't know how to drive, take some driving lessons. Take driver's education and learn. Get some driving classes. If you want to open up a store or a boutique, here's your chance. If you want to become an author, make 2021 the year that you do it. If you want to increase your platform, your likes or your followers, study and learn how to do that. If someone has 1,020 point something views and they did a video and it went viral, watch what they're doing and learn from them. Learn from them. So sometimes people say they want something and the example or the guidance is sitting right in front of them and they don't see it. They just want it to be like a miracle and things that just pop out the sky. It don't work that way. And it seems like no one has called for the gift card. So we will carry these over till next week. I know someone could use a Walmart gift card. It's not just food. They have everything there. So with Walmart, you can get appliances, you can get food, you can get stuff for your house. You can get books, you can get all kind of things. They have an array of products there at Walmart. I enjoy talking to you guys today. I'm going to give you a recap. Marketing advertising is not building your brand. That's different from branding. Branding is about you sharing your story, how you got started, why you got started, what you did to get started. Whatever you did, sharing your story. Hi, Sherry, my billionaire scholar friend. Sharing your story would make someone, even if somebody don't want to lose weight. I had people that didn't want to lose weight because they didn't need to lose weight. But I shared my story of all these products I tried and it didn't work and I ended up throwing it away and costing me a lot of money. They liked the concept that I let people try it, and they bought product as a gift for people in their family that had high blood pressure or diabetes. And I thought that was amazing. So we have to be passionate about what we believe in. If you're a teacher, if you're a tutor, if you're a babysitter, be the best babysitter you can be. Whatever it is, make your babysitting stand out from everybody else. You give treats, you get goodie bags on the way out. And it ain't just putting them in front of a TV, letting them watch cartoons. You are teaching them. They are learning. They look forward to coming back to your daycare center or your child care center. Whatever you do, show dedication, show determination, and make your passion for your product, service, or brand work it into a paycheck. If you can do that and master that, then you're on the way. Hi there, my billionaire multiple streams of income, Sherry. I'm telling you, this is the time, because the government is not going to take care of us. They gave us $1,200 and they gave us another $600. And they were fighting, instead of giving us 6, some people want us to get 2, some people want us to get 6 over an 8-month span. So what I'm saying to us, and that's including Darcy, we should have multiple streams of income. If you don't have multiple streams of income, it's okay. You can start today. Figure out what you love to do, what you have a passion to do. Everybody has a skill. Everybody has a talent. Figure out what that is. And while you're working on your day job or evening job or night job, work on that plan. Work on that other stream of income, because you are going to need it. Work on it like your life depended on it. So I know we have a new president that's coming in next week. That president is not going to take care of you. We still have to take care of ourselves. And we have to do it and be dedicated. We have to have a grind. We have to go into beast mode. I'm in beast mode. We have to be in beast mode 24/7, people. So wake up. Come closer. We got to do the darn thing. We have to do it right now, as though our life depends on it. So if they cut your unemployment, what are you going to do? Do you have a nest egg? Do you have a savings account? Do you even have an account? And a lot of people are struggling. They can't even put $10 or $15 to the side. But guess what? You have to, because if you have to go to that job and you get a flat tire and you don't have nothing in the bank, then what are you going to do? So we have to find a way to make it work. And I'm challenging each and every one of you all to find a way to get a second income or a third income. The other part we talked about is, what would you do if you wasn't afraid? So whatever you want to do that you're not afraid. I'm working. I have a friend. Katie Lowe has a dog and a puppy. And my grandbaby has a puppy. Well, she has a poodle. And now my niece just got a puppy. And so now it's like all of a sudden I'm being surrounded by these folks with these animals. I'm not an animal lover. Only animal that I love is fish, because they in an aquarium and hopefully they can't get out. So I am working to get over my fear of puppies. So hopefully by the end of this year, I have gotten a little closer. That's the fear I'm going to work on. My other fear is not being able to financially take care of myself. And so I have to work harder in 2021, because we don't know what 2021 is going to bring. We don't know if things get cut off. We don't know if we have to stay in the house and be confined. We don't know what the government is going to instruct or inflict on America. What I do know is that there is a bigger source, a higher source, and that's God. But he is telling us we are at home, right? So we have to find ways. So first we were saying we don't have time. Now we got time. So what are you going to do with the time that you have right now? Stop making excuses. Let me give you an example, and then I'm going to close out. I had a young lady. She wanted to go to a networking event with me, and she was afraid. So I said, don't be afraid. She said, I don't have anything to wear. So we went to the consignment shop and got her outfit to wear. Got something to wear. And then she was like, well, I don't have any business cards to hand out. So I still had the business cards you make on the computer. We made her some business cards, right? Had a couple of them laminated. So then she was like, I don't have a ride. Now, these are all excuses to me. Then I was like, okay, I'll pick you up. Went to pick her up. She decided she wasn't going to go. Now, could she have told me that ahead of time? Yes. But sometimes we stand in our own way. We are the reason we're not where we should be. We are the ones that make excuses. I'll give you another example. Somebody can come to me and say, oh, I don't feel good, and my mother was this, and my dad was this, and I was raised in an environment, and I was raised in a project. There's some people that was raised in a project that are millionaires. So you can't bring me an excuse, because I will give you a solution. You can't bring me a problem. I will give you a solution. I have migraines that last 5 to 7 days where it puts me where I can't move. And I still be trying to handle my business with my customers and clients and still go about my regular day. So don't come to me for a pity party because I'm not that person. I am going to strive hard in beast mode. If there's something I'm doing and I think it'll benefit you or it's a way for you to generate revenue, I'm going to share it with you because I want us all to glow up together. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Thanks for tuning in to Making Waves with Miss Darcy. I hope the tips for Tip Thursday on building your brand on a small budget and what would you do if you wasn't afraid help you. And if it did, please share the broadcast. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We'll play the phrase that pays next week. In closing, I want to say build your own dreams or someone else will hire you to build theirs, and that would be me. Thanks for tuning in and have a $1 million day. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.